So to be honest with you, I'm starting this video off and I don't quite know what I'm gonna do. If I'm gonna do, I feel like this video is gonna be a mixture of everything. It's going to be a review, it's going to be a first impressions, it's going to be a demo, it's going to be a little bit of everything. I didn't get everything, so I'm not necessarily going to be reviewing the whole line. I'm only going to be reviewing and demonstrating what I got, at the same time letting you guys know what I think about it. Okay, let's get started. Oh my god. All right, so like I said before, I did not get the primer only because I wasn't too sure. I kind of had to prioritize with the things that I got, so I didn't get the primer, but I did get a sample of the primer because I still wanted to try it, and if I liked it, maybe I'll spend my money and go buy it, you know. I wanted to mainly test out the makeup part of it, so I didn't get the brushes. I only got the sponge, that's about it. So we're just gonna get started. Keep on talking. So this is the Pro Filt'r Retouch Primer that I'm putting on my face right now. It kind of feels like a lotion on my face. It feels like a lotion. It's very, it's not sticky, but it does have a little bit of stick to it. It literally just feels like almost like a moisturizer that I'm putting on my face. I forgot to mention that I already have my brows done because Fenty Beauty does not have any brow products as of yet. You know they're going to come out with brow products. So I have just my brows on. So apparently this primer is the Shine Stopping Pro Diffusing Primer that smooths the way for better foundation application and longer wear with an instant retouch effect. Yeah, like I said, it feels like almost like a lotion. It's a little bit sticky, but it's not too sticky, and I guess we'll see how it holds up. All right, so now I'm going to move on to the foundation. This is the Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Long Wear Foundation, and I'm in the color 370. That's the color I got shade matched to when I went to Sephora. So it looks like this. It looks really light. I must be honest, just by looking at it, it looks really light. Like in this frosted glass container with like a white top. It says to shake well, so I'm gonna shake it. I don't know if this is even gonna fit my skin. I don't know, maybe it's darker in the tube than it is in the frosted glass container. Oh, it comes with a pump. I like when things come with a pump. I'm gonna just put it on the back of my hand so that I can show you guys what it looks like. All right, so it looks like that. Ooh, it's really runny. I'm still not sure just by looking at it. It still looks light to me, but we'll see how it blends out. It's a very almost watery consistency. It's not as thick. I'm gonna use the Precision Makeup Sponge. This is the only tool that I got from Fenty Beauty. I did not get the sponge. I did not get the brushes. So I'm gonna just dab it in the bottom side and on my face. And see how it looks. All right, so that is just one side of my face done. I'm just gonna get my mirror and look a little bit closer. I'm not even really sure about this shade, to be quite honest with you. To me, it still looks a little bit light for me, but it did blend out really nice on my skin. It was honestly, it was just really hard to pick my foundation. I'm gonna do the other side. It was just really hard to pick my foundation. I felt like the colors surrounding this color was either too light or too dark. But I heard this foundation gets a little bit darker over time. It doesn't necessarily oxidize, it just gets a little bit darker than when you first pump it out. So I'm gonna wait and see what happens. But right now when I'm looking at it, I don't know, I just hope that I don't look crazy like a ghost face. So I'm just blending it out with this sponge, and I've left it on the back of my hand because I don't really like touching makeup. I don't like getting my hands dirty, so I just put it on the back of my hand and just dab it in. Alright, so that is just one layer of the foundation on my face. I'm gonna get my mirror and I'm gonna look a little bit closer. Doesn't look too bad. It looks like it has blended out really nicely. I'm gonna see if I can put another layer on just to cover up these dark marks over here on my cheeks, and to see what happens when you build it up, because apparently you can build it up. So I'm gonna put on another layer. To me, it still looks a little bit lighter than I would like. I don't know. It still looks a little bit lighter. By the way, I forgot to talk about the sponge. By the way, the sponge feels really nice. It's soft. It's almost as soft as the Beauty Blender. I like it. It's not bad. I can see myself using the sponge again. Alright, so I'm done my foundation. This is about, I want to say, a layer and a half of foundation, and this is what it looks like on my face. I'm not gonna lie, I still kind of feel like it's a little bit lighter than I'm used to wearing on my face. This is the color, what did I say it was? 370, and I think the next color was 390, and 390 was a little bit too dark, I'm pretty sure I could always work with the foundation to get the shade that I want, but I really wanted to get as close to my my body color as I possibly could, because I do sometimes have a difficult time finding my shade. But for now, I feel like the coverage looks pretty decent. I like the finish of it. It looks really nice, actually. It looks really flawless. So because Fenty Beauty does not have concealers, and I did not pick up any of the match sticks, I'm just gonna do my concealer with my regular NARS Creamy Radiant. I didn't feel a need to pick up the matchsticks because I don't necessarily use cream products like that to contour or highlight my face. I would rather use powder to do my contour and all that stuff, so I didn't feel like I needed to pick those up. Those weren't, as I guess you can say, important to me. So I'm just going to do my concealer with my NARS Creamy Radiant, and then I'm going to come back and finish the rest of my face. Okay? Alright, so I did my concealer, so now I'm just bronzing up my face a little bit because I feel like I look really pale right now. I feel like the foundation is a little bit lighter than I would like my foundation, so I'm just bringing some definition back into my face. I already did this side of my face, and I'm just using my NYX bronzer to just bring a little bit of color and a little bit of dimension back into my face because I feel like I look really flat right now. Also, while I was doing my concealer, I used the flat side of the sponge just to go under my eye, just like that, and I feel like it's okay. I feel like I would want the point back because I like getting into those really tight areas, but the sponge is okay for that. So I'm just using this to bronze up my face and bring a little bit of color back into my face. And while I was doing my concealer, I got a little bit of inspiration, and I decided I wanted to do the look, the Rihanna look that she did when she was I don't know if it's like called the Fenty face or whatever. I got a little bit inspired. I'm gonna insert a picture of the look that I'm trying to recreate right now. I just got a little bit inspired. I'm like, I wonder if I could maybe do a look of Rihanna's, and I saw a picture of the Fenty face, and I'm like, I wonder if I can try to do that with the products that I have. So I'm gonna try to do it right now. I'm gonna try to recreate that look, and my hair is straight right now, so I figured why not. This foundation looks really, really good up close in person. I really like the way that this foundation looks. All right, so now that my nose is snatched, we're gonna move on. All right, so the next beauty item that I got from Fenty Beauty is one of their Kilowatt highlighters, and I got it in the color Ginger Benge and Moscow Mule. I got this color because I really liked the colors in there, and it kind of reminded me of shimmery blush colors, and these are the exact colors that I would use for blushes. And I figured if I'm also gonna get trophy wife, I wouldn't need to spend my money on getting other highlighters. So I felt like I could also use this not only as, you know, a little bit of a shimmer highlight, but also a shimmer blush as well. So I can use it for both. And I also liked how it had two different colors in it. The packaging for these are so cute. It's like in this almost like, it's not white, it's like shimmery iridescent colors in it. You know, it kind of looks purple when you turn it to the side. I don't know, I can't really describe it, but it's not just a matte white packaging. It's really pretty and it's really shimmery. And open it, and it also has a mirror in it, so that's cute. So first I'm gonna start off by using, what I'm assuming is Ginger Benge on my cheek. I'm gonna kind of try to use it as like almost like a blush and like a highlight. Do you use it almost like a blush? Okay. So it gives a little bit of color. You guys can see that. There's a little bit of color in the cheek. I like that. And it gives a little bit of shimmer in the cheek. I like that. This is why I got it, because I'm like, I can not only use it as like a highlight, I can also use it almost as like a subtle blush color. And that's exactly why I got this color over the other colors. I'm just gonna do some on the other side. And in the picture that I'm referencing from, it looks like, by the look of it, it looks like she's wearing Ginger Benge on her cheek. So do you see how it gives that subtle, color on the cheeks? That's exactly what I wanted. It also looks like she has a little bit of Ginger Benge on her eyes as well, so I'm gonna put some on my eyes. Just gonna dust a little bit on it, and then these are really, really pretty. Oh, that is really pretty on the eyes, you guys. Really pretty on the eyes. Yeah, it looks like she also has some on the bottom lash line, so I'm gonna put also some Ginger Benge on the bottom lash line. I forget there's a mirror in here. I could use it. I'm just gonna dust that. This brush is way too big. Why would I use such a big brush? I really like how pigmented these are, and I also really like how you can build them up. So that is on the eyes. Just gonna put a little bit more on the lid. Now we're gonna go into the other color in the Kilowatt highlighter. We're gonna go into Moscow Mule. Is it? Yeah. Is it Moscow Mule? Is it? Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna go into Moscow Mule, and I'm gonna kind of sweep that across my cheekbones, the high points of my cheekbone, because it kind of looks like that's what she has on in the picture. What am I looking for? And then I'm gonna take some and on my fingers, even though I don't like to, but I feel like it's gonna go on better that way. And I'm gonna pop that on my eyelid as well. Make it pop a little bit more. Ooh, oh yes. Oh, do you guys see that? That is so pretty. Oh, this looks really pretty. And I'm just gonna like carry it up a little bit higher. Looks like she might carried it up a little bit higher than I do, but she has more lid space than I do, to be quite honest with you. So I'm just gonna pop that. I'm really just focusing on the center part of my lid because it looks like that's where she might have had more products, but kind of just distributing it almost like all over my lid. So with whatever's left over on my finger, I'm just gonna carry it above and kind of all over the lid as well, and just kind of like get a gradient almost look. Hey y'all, so I'm back. I put on some lashes, and while I was doing that, I realized when I was finishing up my eyes and using the Kilowatt highlighter in Trophy White, my footage didn't look that great, which is really annoying. My lighting was changing. But anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know that's what I finished up my eyes with. I put the Kilowatt highlighter just right here on my cheeks, if you guys can see, and I put it on here of my eye, just like the end of my eye right here, and then I just popped a little bit down the bridge of my nose. I apologize for that, but I'll give you guys my review on it later. Right now I'm just focusing on the look. So I popped on some lashes. It looks like, you know, the kind of lashes that she has on in the photo. So now I'm going to use some mascara, and then I'm going to put on a generous amount on my bottom lashes. So it looks like she has a lot on the bottom lashes, and I'm really going to try to separate them as much as I can. Alright, so now we're going to go into the lips, and we're going to go into the only lip product that Fenty Beauty had this time around, and it is the Fenty Glow. See if it smells. Ooh, it smells good. It kind of smells like candy. Ooh, look how big that is. That's really big. So I'm going to pop some on my lips. Ooh, look at that. Oh, wow. That is so pretty. So the Fenty Glow is like a universal lip gloss. So that is really, really pretty. In the photo that I'm trying to recreate though, it kind of looks like her lips are a little bit outlined. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this color by Sonia Kaza, and I'm going to outline my lips with it to see if I can really define my lips some more. Kind of wish I did this before, but oh well. Alright, so that is basically as good as it is gonna get for the look. Alright, so I'm gonna go do my hair and I'll be right back. Alright, so that is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me today. So quickly I'm going to run through some of the products that I enjoyed. The primer, I thought the primer was okay. It kind of felt like lotion going on my face. I honestly don't think I would go back and purchase the primer because I felt like it didn't really do what I kind of would want a primer to do. You know, I kind of have large pores over here that I kind of like to get rid of with my primers. Noise. But I felt like this primer didn't really do that, so I honestly don't think I would go back and purchase the primer, but it's not too bad. The foundation, I still kind of feel like the foundation is a little bit lighter than what I'm used to when it comes to my foundation shade, and I felt like when I was trying to shade match myself, it was a little bit hard, and I felt like a lot of people had a difficult time picking out their shade because the shades they were looking at online and the shade that they got matched to when they went into Sephora, you know, I felt like a lot of people had to purchase 2 or 3 different shades because they weren't quite sure. And I feel like the reason for that is because the shade range was so big that it was really hard for a lot of us to be like, well, am I this shade or am I this shade? Am I this shade? Am I this shade? To be quite honest with you, when I was looking at the shade range online, the color that I was looking at, nowhere near the color that I was actually matched to when I went into Sephora. I was looking at in the 400s, that might be my color, but when I got shade matched when I went to Sephora, I ended up with this 370. So I was not even looking in that shade range for my color, but it turns out that I got matched to 370, but even that to me I feel like is a little bit too light. I think for Rihanna to come out with such a wide range of foundation shade is really brave, and it's really amazing. It feels really nice to be included now, because I remember when I first started wearing makeup and they never had my shades, so I had to kind of make do with what I had and most of the time I look pale. But yeah, I like the foundation. It gave really good coverage on my face. Even when I put on another layer, it looked really good. I think I'm not sure. I think I might go back and try to get a darker shade and see if maybe if I mix it together, maybe it'll give me, you know, the nice shade that I want. But I'm not sure how. I guess I'm just not really sure how the foundation looks on my face, so I'm a little bit iffy about it. But just looking at my face right now, I feel like I look okay. All right, so on to the Killawatt highlighters, the Moscow Mule and Ginger Binge. This was really pretty. That's what I'm wearing on my cheek right now, and I felt like I made a really good decision getting these two colors more than the other highlighted shades, because I knew I wanted to use this one essentially as like a shimmery blush color, and I felt like I'd made a really good purchase. I feel like there's so many highlighters out there, and I felt like the lighter shades to the Killawatt highlighters, you know, they're okay and they're good for what they are, but I feel like if I had to spend my money on something, it would be something that I could also use two ways. So I could use this as a blush, and I can also use it as a highlight, and I also use it as eyeshadow. So I don't think that was a waste of money. I think that is perfect. The Trophy Wife highlighter, which I didn't really get to talk about because the video got messed up, but the Trophy Wife highlighter is this beautiful gold, yellow, almost green, almost like every color of the rainbow is just shoved in there. Is a really pretty highlighter. It's not a realistic everyday highlighter, to be quite honest with you. I would not wear this on myself every single day. It is a little bit too much for me. It's a little bit too sparkly for me. I don't wear that much highlighter to begin with. If you guys know me, you guys know I'm more of a subtle highlight type of person. I did put a little bit on my cheeks right here in this area, and I put some on my eye just out here based on the look that I was trying to recreate. My hair is coming out of place. Oh, stay, you guys. I gotta take thumbnail pictures. Yeah, so I did put some on my cheek, and it is very shimmery. It is very pretty, but it's not something I would wear every single day. I also put some down the bridge of my nose, and I was also thinking, you know what? I feel like this would also be pretty as like a body shimmer highlight. So I'm gonna put some right on my collarbone and all over my chest to see how that looks. I didn't do that in the video, but I'm literally just looking at the picture that I'm trying to recreate right now, and it looked like she has a little bit of shimmer on her chest. So I'm gonna do that right now. Come on, hair, work with me. So I'm gonna put a little bit goes a long way with this highlighter. I'm pretty sure you guys know this already. So I'm just gonna take a little bit, and I'm just gonna highlight my collarbone right there, and right here. See how like pigmented it is? So it's really just so shimmery. It's a little bit too much. Let that out just a bit. And kind of a little bit on my collarbones. I feel like it looks really pretty on the body. It looks really pretty on the body. Just gonna put some right there. There you go. I feel like that looks really pretty on the chest. And I feel like that's what I would wear it more as. I would wear it more as like a body shimmer highlight, like, you know, when I go on vacation or something like that. And I actually am going on vacation. Definitely gonna bring this with me and use that as a shimmer, take some pictures in the sun, you know, glow up a little bit. But I think it's really pretty, but I don't think, you know, it's a realistic type of highlighter. I feel like it's a special occasion type of highlighter. So you're going for something super dramatic or super editorial, you know, or super just out there, or if you're going for, you know, that recreation of the Rihanna launch party look, then it would be really great for that. But other than that, I feel like it looks really pretty on the body more than it did on, you know, the face. It's not something, it's not like a natural highlight. So if you're a natural highlight type of person, I would say, you know, use it sparingly. But I feel like, you know, the other highlighters that are in the collection are a little bit more subtle and you can kind of work with them. That's also one thing I do like about this line, is like you can work with all the products. You know, you can build them up, you can make them as intense, and you can make them as light as you possibly can. And I mean, who doesn't like something that you can work with? I love that. But last thing is the Fenty Glow lip gloss. Really pretty. This was one of the first things that I said I even wanted to get. Out of everything, I really wanted to get this gloss. I like gloss, and I like when it's a, you know, a natural gloss that I could just wear with everything. So that's one of the first things that I said I wanted to get, and it is doing its job. It's not sticky like some highlighters. It's not sticky as some lip gloss. It's natural, it smells good, and I feel like you could wear this with any color, with any lip liner. Just pop that in the middle. It's a good lip topper. It's good on its own. It has a little bit of color on it, so you can wear it by itself. All right, so that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys like my little recreation that I decided last minute that I wanted to do. I hope you got some information from this video. I know that I was kind of all over the place with my thoughts and with, you know, the whole recording, but I hope you guys got something from this video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to like this video or share it. Thank you so much for joining me today on my channel, and I'll see you guys next time on my next upload.